fantastic year, gets to sit down and talk to us this morning. Good morning, Derrick. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Well, let's quickly dive in. You are here on behalf of the FedEx and Ground Player of the Year Award. I know fans can vote at NFL.com/FedEx. Why don't you tell us more about it?
Yeah, it's FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Year Award. You know, fans can vote at NFL.com/FedEx and NFL Twitter. It's on behalf of the Air and Ground Player. We donate $20,000 each to the USO.
Nice.
So it's a great thing FedEx is doing. I'm happy I'm able to team up with them to be able to do that.
And we can vote, obviously, for you. I think it's Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey are the three ground nominees.
Yep.
You want to make a little closing push for why it should be you?
I tell them to just turn on the tape if they want to vote for me. But I definitely appreciate everybody's vote if they do vote for me, so yeah.
Week 17, you guys are fighting to get into the playoffs. You also, Nick Chubb had already played, had a good game. Were you aware during that game how close you were to the rushing title? And you guys end up blowing out the Texans, so I wonder if at some point in the game you can focus on, all right, we got this win. Can I get the rushing title to go along with it?
Yeah, I think my main focus is us getting into the playoffs. I think my teammates and the O-linemen were the one that was trying to track it. So when I got close, they came up to me. They were like, hey, you're this many yards away, you're this many yards away. So when we were on that last drive, when I got it, I came to the sideline and coach was like, hey, you got one more play, you coming out. And then the next play, I went 53. So.
Yeah, you did it with emphasis.
So both teams, Chiefs and Niners, they don't have a back like you that they just give the ball to us more running back by committee.
Yeah.
How much harder is that to split carries and you can't really get in the flow of the game?
I just think every back is different, and, you know, every system is different how they run theirs. I think the 49ers do a great job of how they do theirs, running back by committee, who's hot. You know, you stick with that guy, and I think they do a great job as far as them as a collective group at running backs is understanding
you were running by committee early in your career with DeMarco Murray, correct?
Yeah.
And then with Dion Lewis.
Yeah.
I want to follow up there for a second. Anyone that's seen your high school highlights, it's some would say unfair. I would say borderline illegal. I wonder. I would have pulled kids off the field. You then go to the University of Alabama and you dominate college football. Yet for some reason, despite being a first-round pick, you get to the NFL. And I feel like some people wondered, well, how will it translate? People didn't know, well, what will he be at this level? I feel like you knew all along if you became a feature back, you could have the type of run that you had not just the last quarter of this year, but really, if we want to go back 24 games, from when you took over for Dion, what was the game where you had the 99-yard run?
Jacksonville game.
From the Jacksonville game on national TV to going into that Chiefs game, it was as good of a 20-some game stretch we've seen. Did you know that was in you? And what was your level of frustration early in your career not being able to exhibit that consistently?
Yeah, definitely, man. I knew at some point, you know, that it'll happen. You know, I just had to stay patient. But I think at the beginning of my career, you know, I think it's just growing pains with experience. And I mean, everybody's career doesn't start the same. You know, you love your career to start off, you know, you just hitting on all cylinders. But I mean, I think it's an adversity that comes with this game, and you know, you just keep pushing and keep fighting, and eventually good things happen for you.
Derrick, just the last 3 or 4 games of the season, when you were just so featured and just so prominent in almost, it seemed like every offensive play you were out there, just what was your body like game to game? It looked like you were just going to be in an ice bath for like 66 hours after leading up to every game. How hard was that on your body?
I mean, people, you know, look at it, you know, you're getting beat up, you're getting hit, like constantly, but actually, I really wasn't that bad. You know, I might, you know, have a little nicks and bruises, you know, the day after, but I think like 2 days after, I was fine. I was ready to go. So, I mean, people look at it like, dang, he got to be worn down, but
You ain't got all that
I've been doing that since like high school, so it really wasn't that bad. I feel great now, you know, and I feel great during the season.
So you light up the Patriots in the first playoff game. You light up the Ravens in the second playoff game. You run for 188 yards against the Chiefs in the regular season. So you had a lot of people picking the Titans probably with the upset.
Yes.
What was the difference in that playoff game where they held you to 69 yards? What did they do defensively?
I think they did a great job up front. You know, they D-line. You know, I think they were very physical. They were coming off the ball. I think in the first half, we were moving the ball, you know, pretty good. And the second half, you give those guys a chance to get the ball coming out of half. I think they scored before half. And, you know, as an offense, you got to be able to keep up with their offense. And I think, you know, we kind of stalled on a couple of drives, and they took advantage of it. So, you know, that offense is very hard to stop. Did
you guys get out of the game plan a little early, though? Because you did get a stop on that first drive of the second half. And even though you guys then got stops, you're down 11. It's not the work. Did you get out of the game plan too early?
I don't think that we got out of the game plan too early. I think that we were just trying to see something, you know, call something to see if it works, you know, and you know, unfortunately, you know, we just came up a little short. Like I said, they're a great team. They did a great job with the plan that they had put in, and you know, that's why they're in the Super Bowl right now.
I do wonder, we talked about it as maybe one of the plays of the playoffs. You're on the sideline when it happens. What is going through your mind in the first half when you see the Patrick Mahomes play, a half you guys had dominated for the majority of, and now you're going to go into the halftime trailing? And this will be the last question about the AFC Championship game, I promise.
Yeah, I was just like, man, as good as advertised. He's the real deal, the real deal. I mean, great. He's good. He's good. So that's all I was thinking. I was like, man, you just ain't nothing you can say to that. That's just a player making the play. So that's what he did.
It's hard to imagine you're a free agent after this season. Have you thought past this season? Have you closed the book on this season yet, just to think about what comes next for you, where you want to be, what you want to be doing?
Yeah, I just been taking it one game at a time, just enjoying what's going on right now. And then when that time comes to, you know, get into all the other stuff, then I'll just focus on that. But not trying to rush it, just take it one day at a time.
Do you feel like you maybe reestablished that you can win with a running game in this league? The value of it, we've heard of the last few years, that running back value going down, running back by committee, passing league. Do you think what you were able to do, what the Ravens were able to do in the regular season, the Niners being in this Super Bowl, is speaking to the value still even in 2020 of having either a monster running game or a monster running back individually?
Me, I really just focus on me just doing my job at the best of my ability, helping my team. And then with me doing that, if that's what it looks like, and that's what, you know, people think that it looks like, then I appreciate that, because, you know, that's me doing something for the whole RB committee, and, you know, for, you know, me doing that in the playoffs, and, you know, people bringing that up as a topic, you know, I definitely, you know, appreciate it, you know, for the whole running back committee, because, you know, they try to value us. So.
Yeah, they do that. Hey, when you're at Alabama, there's a picture, it's been circulated forever.
Yeah.
You standing next to Mark Ingram. Now, was it hard when you got to college? Look at this. It looked like your son right there coming to watch you play with the coin flip. How hard was it when you got to Alabama to say, I'm not a linebacker, I'm not a defensive end, I'm a running back?
I think when I was in high school, a lot of colleges were trying to recruit me as a linebacker, and I wanted to play running back. So when I got to Bama, I think they, you know, gave me the opportunity to play running, because I graduated high school early, so I got there in the spring. So they gave me a chance to, you know, play some running back in the spring, and, you know, they felt like it came natural to me. So ever since then, you know, it's just been what I play.
Biggest similarity between Saban and Vrabel?
You know, Coach Saban was doing it for a long time at a high level. I mean, it speaks for itself. I think the thing about Vrabel's he's very hands-on. Like, even in practice.
You thought he was going to say
like literally hands-on.
Yes, he's in the drills with us. He's doing anything he can possible to help us get better, and that's what I love about him. He'll do anything he can to make sure that we are at the top of our game, and anything he can do to help us get better each and every week.
Derrick, it was so much fun watching you play this season. Really had a special season, and we appreciate you hanging out with us today.
Man.
Yeah, go get your money.
You deserve it, bro.
What they said. Congratulations again. Take a break. Coming up on First Things First, Hall of Fame running back Jerome Bettis will be joining us live on set.